Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Rabbit Smirking Gun Reviews. We are back with more Daredevil Season 3. We are doing Episode 2. It is called Please. So full spoilers ahead. And again, just to let you know, these are brutally honest reviews. These are not just recaps. So if you don't like honest opinions, this is probably not the place for you. Okay, so much different than the premiere episode. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I was hoping that there wouldn't be more of the subplot with the FBI agent. I cheated and started looking up some of the episode descriptions. This character is not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, I think he's a season-long regular. So, I mean, if you all like him, more power to you. I don't need it, and I don't care. Like the Punisher, season 1. The cop in that, she's a pretty actress. She's a competent actress. Just don't care. I don't need subplots upon subplots or morality tales hidden inside my morality tales. I don't need it. That's just me. If you like watching pointless characters, because they are not going to show up later, like in season after season. If these were recurring characters or characters from the comics, I might care. But these are characters that I feel that are put in these shows to tell some sort of extra story about the world, the overall world, and making, statements about things that are going on in our world. And I honestly, I don't need it. And thankfully, for the most part, I can ignore it and try to pay attention to the main story that's going on at hand. So hopefully I won't have, I'm probably, unless I am forced to, am going to gloss over that character's part in this show as much as possible. And speaking of that character, so just to get it over with, he convinces, him and his boss convince the district attorney that they need Fisk for, the good he can do outweighs the bad that he's done. This character is just about self-interest. He I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think that he's one of those characters that's making a deal with the devil, and then he's gonna pay for that deal, and then he's gonna have to make up for it, and then he's gonna side with Daredevil, and it's just one of those predictable story subplots that I just don't care about. Fisk, on the other hand, has given them stuff. They are raiding people, taking out this Albanian group that's been a problem for a long time. And now it's put a snitch jacket on him. And we know, snitches get stitches, even fat-ass Wilson Fisk. And it doesn't change. He gets stabbed in prison. And I love how he just whips that barbell off himself and just proceeds to, pretty much he's going to kill this guy. I kind of wish he had, because honestly, he's got an ace in the hole here. They need him. And so if he had dropped that, the big weight on that guy's head, I don't think they really would have done anything to him. Maybe put extra security on him, I don't know. And honestly, I wanted to see that guy get his head cracked. But okay, that's something that says maybe something too much about me. But I wanted some action. I want to see Wilson Fisk crush some people, okay? So we get now here's a subplot I can kind of get behind, because it deals with one of our characters, and that's Foggy, and how goes back to his family's meat. Why can't I say it? Butcher shop. There we go. So, and he sees that his family is kind of struggling. His dad has got what is probably, he's got shaking and stuff, so maybe he's got Parkinson's or something, or just old age, And just kind of feeling, Foggy's in that weird place without Matt. He said, when Matt was around, I knew who I was. And he's kind of lost, just like Matt is. It's like Karen's kind of lost. I mean, Karen seems to be the most together, but she's still searching for Matt. Speaking, and she's trying to convince Foggy that Matt's alive because of something that happens here. So she gets a story where she's supposed to talk to this socialite whose father was attacked. she doesn't want to do it. And I didn't want her to do it either, because I thought okay, now we're going down another pointless subplot road. Fortunately, though, this little side plot did lead somewhere. And this is where you find out that the girl that was attacked with their father were the ones that were saved by Matt in episode 1. So this is how we get to Karen to know that Matt is still alive. So at least that little side plot had a point. And speaking of them, now we have Matt, who's still struggling with the failing of his, his powers aren't working right, his senses, or however you want to put it. But he uses, and he talks to the priest. Now, one really cool thing here in this episode is the return of young Matt, who is played by the kid who plays Jonah on Ozark. And I really like that kid. He's a good actor. I had his name, Skylar Gartner, I think is his name. And they had some really good scenes with that kid, showing like Matt's past. And that was pretty cool. But Matt kind of looks like he's dressed up like Stick. Anybody else kind of notice that with the hat and the green kind of jacket and everything and he's kind of going towards more like a Stick kind of personality to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Anybody else see that? I kind of see it. And he's just basically, he's kind of like turning his back on his faith, that I'm the Daredevil, God has nothing to do with this. I like this guy. Okay? Because but I know that this isn't going to last. But, and again, it's not in Daredevil's nature to be this way for very long, I don't think. He's coming over to the dark side where I live. And so he tracks down the van. He finds the van that was like from the first one, gets the guy to tell him where they go, and he tracks them down using just regular old blind superpowers. And he finds the place, and he goes in and he attacks those guys. And that's another cool little fight. One of the great things about the fights in Daredevil, and in a lot of the Marvel shows in general, but mostly Daredevil, because he just is beating people, up. He is putting them down with his fists. What I like about it is, if you've ever gotten into a fist fight with somebody, it's not like in the movies where you just punch a guy and he gets knocked out. You have to beat the living shit out of someone to get them to stay down. People that, you don't just get to knock people out all the time. It's not just, ugh. And I really appreciate that kind of honesty in the fighting, that it's brutal. Daredevil is a brutal fighter, and it's not easy putting a guy down that doesn't want to go down. He does take these guys down eventually. His powers are still like not working. He's kind of got that underwater. I love how they do that too. The underwater feeling that you can hear it like it's a glass of, like when you put your ear to like a glass, that kind of thing. But then he goes back to the hospital where the girl and her father are. And he tells them that that's, if you get downtown, you can identify these guys and put them away for real. And she's, thank God for you. And it's kind of a throwaway line just so he can go, God had nothing to do, I did it, and that's, I like that. I'm liking this Matt so far, kind of just saying, fuck you. And embracing the devil. Not really, just kind of embrace being harder. Because like he says, he had let people get close and then people got hurt, and he doesn't want that to happen again. Now, as far as Fisk goes, and they transport him, they're transporting him, and he gives this great speech. And that's another great thing, is the writing for Wilson Fisk is very much like the comic book character. He's always giving these grand, very eloquent speeches, and this is no different. And then as soon as the speech is over, like, the whole place just erupts in explosions and gunfire. And what I love about this scene is it did play with my expectations. Because here I thought, he's giving this speech and then he's going to do what he has to do, right? That's what he says, to, help out Vanessa. But then this whole thing turns into a major shit show, and I think, oh, well, this was all a setup. And somebody's coming to rescue him. And That's what I felt, but it really wasn't. It's these Albanians, I believe, are hitting his convoy. And this is where we're introduced to Bullseye. It's an interesting introduction. They're going again, kind of like a Christopher Nolan, I feel, introduction to this character, like a more grounded Bullseye. The Bullseye I know is a crazy motherfucker. Like a very, very nuts and skilled assassin. This, it appears he's an FBI agent who's just really, really good at killing. And he is. He's excellent. He takes out like pretty much everybody like that. That was impressive. Especially when he started throwing knives. That was pretty cool. And that gets me excited for more. He is not the Bullseye I know and love, but hopefully he will become that over time. He is going by one of his names, I believe, Benjamin Poindexter, which sounds like he's from Revenge of the Nerds. But he's gone by other names too, but they're going for the Poindexter one. I think they call him Dex. They shorten it up so they don't have to call him all those other things. But he actually stops Fisk when he tries to get out. So you know he is working for the FBI. He is a technically good guy, but he did shoot those guys who tried to surrender. But he probably is going to say that he killed those guys because he killed his own men, or the other FBI agents, which is a little, to me, maybe too far off the mark of, but I don't know. Gonna accept it. I am I'm supposed to be brutally honest, but I don't want to give this show too hard a time yet. I'm not going to get too nitpicky about it yet. We'll see how it goes. We're only in episode 2, so I'm being really patient here. And that's kind of it. I mean, at the end, this is where Matt finds out that Fisk is out. And so that's pretty much it. It's a pretty good episode. It's much more elevated as far as action and tension and drama, and everything's building a little bit faster. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's it for episode 2. We will be back with holy crap, forgot how to talk for a second. We will be back with episode 3 tomorrow, for sure. I always say I'm not going to do another one, then I do another one, but I'm not doing another one tonight. So, if you liked this video, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit the bell for all notifications on all my videos. Otherwise, this is Rob, Smirking Gun Review, saying thanks for watching this, thanks for all the support, and we will see you on the next video.